Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of making a website with CVO. Today we're going to be talking about making a bilingual website, and it's super important to do for all of our Francophone students at the university. And yeah, let's get right into it. So first I'm going to show you actually two different ways of making bilingual websites. One is going to be with the way the Engineering Student Society does it. As soon as that loads up, so as soon as you see, what we see here is that all of their pages have both French and English. So do all of their navigations, or at least their main navigation there. So it has About Us in English and About Us in French. It has important documents in English and important documents in French. And this is a really simple way of doing it, but it doesn't look as professional, and it kind of is hard to, read what these headings are and stuff like that. Another way of doing it is how we're going to be doing it today, and is how it's done at the CVO website. So when we go to the CVO website, the first thing it actually does is come up with the cover page where it asks us to pick the language that we want, and then that's how we do that. And then there's a button to switch to the French page. So I picked English. I can go to the French page by clicking the French button here, and it takes me to French, and everything's in French. When I was in English, everything was English. So that's what we're going to be trying to replicate today. So here is the website I sort of started last time on the part 1. All I've done is add this page here and add an About Us page, which is just a template that Squarespace had, and then I've duplicated it and made a French version of the exact same 2 pages. The important thing to first do before we start making the website bilingual is to plan ahead how many navigation items you're going to want at the top of your website. This is super important because it's going to come into play when we start implementing the bilingualism feature. So you need to know how many. For now I have 2 in English, 2 in French, and then I have a French button. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the French button because we don't actually need it. So I'm going to edit site header, go to elements. Oops, that's not elements, and then disable that. We don't really need that right now, or probably ever. So I'm going to get rid of that. So I have 2 in English, 2 in French. Just for this example, CVO obviously has like so many more in English, so many more in French, but you need to know exactly how many you're going to have for this to work. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to custom code it so that when we're on the home page, or when we're on an English page, we're going to ask it to hide the French navigation links. And then when we're on a French page, we're going to ask it to hide all the English navigation. And we're going to literally be doing this like by each navigation. So when we're on the English one, we're going to tell it to hide this one and then this one. And then when we're on, when we're on the French one, we're going to tell it to hide this one and then this one. So that's why you need to know exactly how many navigation menus you're going to have, because you need to basically point at them and hide them. And the code for this is actually fairly simple, but you're not going to really need to know it. You're really just going to need to know how to manipulate it, because it'll provide the code anyways. So we're going to go to settings, we're going to advanced. This is the English homepage for reference. The card starts up with hashtag header dot header dash nav dash item colon nth dash child, and then there's gonna number that's gonna go in here for an output 1, open curly bracket, enter, and add a little tab, display colon none, enter, close curly bracket. So what's going on here? Actually, first thing I messed up is we need to add style tags around everything. So let's do that first. So open alligator bracket, style, close alligator bracket, and add the second part. So everything needs to be inside of these 2 styles, style tags. I'm going to add another tab here, and a tab here. Or rather, go back, enter, so that it adds that for me. Enter, there we go. And I think that this should be able to do that as well. Open, oh, messed up, go back, open curly bracket, enter. There we go. Just like how that looks. Okay, so that's our code here. What this is basically doing is this is finding the first navigation menu and then display none, hiding it, so we're not displaying it. So the first navigation menu is actually home. So if I save this, it's going to hide home when we're on home. Also, by the way, this only affects the page that we're editing. So if we're back on About Us, home is back. We go back to home, home is gone. Obviously on home, we don't want to hide home. We want to hide the French home and the French About Us. So the French home is 1, 2, 3 from the top. So 3. And then you can just copy this, everything that's here, enter, and then we want to hide the French About Us. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So So we're gonna hide number 4, save. So I go to home, it only shows the English ones, which is great. And I can do that for the about us, and I can do that for the French pages, which I will do in a second. But we need to have a language switcher. So when we're on the CVO website, I should stop closing the CVO website. It's our example here. It has all the English home, cloud, cinema forwards, blog, podcast, about us, and then it has a language switcher, which is the French button here. So we're gonna add those really quickly. And we're gonna do that is add link. So this is gonna be Francais. I don't know how to add the C accent, so we're just not gonna do that right now. And then what do we want the link to be when we click the Francais navigation? We want it to go to the French homepage. So I'm gonna put slash. Slash is to basically link it to pages that are on the website. You can also link it to like other places that are not on your website. You can do that as well, but obviously we want it to link to the French homepage. So slash French homepage, save, and then we're gonna add that right after all the English pages. And then same thing for switching from French to English. So we're gonna add English, and then this is gonna go to slash home, save. Oh, okay, so I made a mistake. I added that as a page. So we're gonna, no, I didn't. I lied. There it is. English, add to the bottom. Okay, nailed it. Now, obviously our code messed up a little because now we're not hiding what we want to hide, because we don't want to hide 3, 4. We want to hide 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna hide 4. I'm gonna hide 5. So that hides French home and French about us like we wanted before, but also want to hide this English because we don't need to be able to switch to English when we're already on English home. So we're going to add another one, add 6, and that should look like exactly what we want. Save. We're on the home page. We have a home, about us, and a button, and then a link to switch to the French. I'm actually going to test this really quickly. We copy, go, okay, copy, open a new tab, question mark, no redirect. That way lets us view the website without it logging us in. Then I can switch to Francais and it'll take me to the home page. Obviously I haven't done anything, so it's all a mess, but if I go to English, it'll take me back to the English page. Okay, perfect, so it's working. That's great. So I'm gonna go back to settings here. I'm gonna, actually, first things first, we have to check if it works on mobile. Let's do that. So mobile, and it does not work on mobile. That's because to like refer to the mobile navigation, the code is just slightly different. So I'm gonna actually, just to keep things organized, add another style tab. You could do it in the same one, just keep on adding here, but I'm gonna add another one just for organization's sake. We're gonna go here, we're gonna add media screen and max width 1511 pixels, open curly bracket, close curly bracket. This essentially means the code that's in these curly brackets will only apply to mobile devices which are less than 1511 pixels in width. And then we're gonna kind of do the same thing we did before with hashtag header dot hashtag header slash nav slash item, but just why is that red? Oh, okay, I forgot this needs to be a closed circle bracket there. There we go. Hashtag header dot header. Now the only thing here different is menu dash nav dash item nth dash child dash, and then 4 close, open, close curly brackets, and enter display none. So almost exactly the same, except for there's just this menu item, and it only is affected on mobile screens. So we're just gonna do that for 4, 5, and 6. So it's basically, it's finding those navigation menus differently on mobile, so we have to do it differently. So go to mobile now, and it's gonna work perfect. Okay, so now I want to add this code that we have, copy it, and then just put it in the About Us page as well, so that it works in the About Us page. Go to About Us, wonderful. Go to the French homepage. I'm gonna paste the same code we had from before, but now we don't want to hide 4, 5, 6. Those are our French pages. We want to hide 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Okay, 2 and 3. Control A, Control C. Oh, save. Go to the French About Us, advanced, and that should basically do the trick there. Wonderful. Okay, so it's working pretty well. Not bad. We're gonna need to add a cover page really quickly. So let's do that really quickly. So we're gonna add a blank page. cover. This is essentially CVO's. So if I go to cvo.ca, this is the language selector that shows up at the beginning. So let's do that really quickly. And then, okay, so the first thing you need to do is actually hide. So as you see on the cover page here, there's nothing here, no navigation, no footers. That's what we want to do. Don't exactly remember the code for that, so I'm just going to quickly get it from the CVO website. Pages. If I go to my cover page, advanced, so okay, here it is. Paste it on our cover page. Essentially what it does is, and we'll give you the code as well for everything, so for you to have. Let me just organize this better so that it looks a little easier to look at and explain. I'll delete that. Okay, so style tags again. Style basically just to affect the style of that page. That's what style tags means. It's CSS. Header and footer sections, display them none, and important makes it so that it's the important exclamation important just makes it so that it knows to use this style CSS instead of style CSS from somewhere else. If I save that, it's gonna basically hide everything, the top and the bottom. I'm gonna edit this, add a section. Let's add a let's add one that looks like this, I suppose. I'm gonna make it large, and then I guess I'll make it the exact same as the CVO cover for the purpose of this demonstration. I'm not gonna add that photo though, just so we can keep this short. And this will obviously need to be bilingual because it is the first thing people will see, so they will not have a chance to pick a language that they want to. Ooh, okay. So I hate how spaced out this is, which is annoying. Okay, there we go, that's a little better. This is going to go to the French page. Again, I don't know how to get the C underneath, so you're gonna have to bear with me there. We add a button here as well. Button. This is going to go to the English page. This /home. Okay, put next to each other. This button looks a lot bigger than that one. Design small. Design small. And then I'm gonna align these to the left, like so. Maybe I won't actually. Let me see how that looks on mobile. Yeah, that doesn't look that great. So instead of aligning to the left, I'm just gonna keep them in the middle. Let's see what it looks on mobile, so that they're on top of each other. Perfect. Obviously, this is not a very pretty page. Maybe this would be better. Nope. This. Nope. Okay. I'm not gonna make it look pretty for right now. Just so that just for now it works. And also, I'm gonna make the settings. I'm gonna make this my home page. So this is what people go to when they go to my domain. So like for example, cvo.ca. So I'm gonna do that right now. Go here. Go here. The no redirect, by the way, is just to make sure it doesn't log me in. There we go. It's a very ugly looking page, but it'll do our work. If I go to English, it takes me to English. I can switch to French if I want to, which is exactly what I want. If I go to French, switch to English if I want to. Yeah, that's good. So there we go. That's pretty much bilingualism done. The one thing I don't really like is how this is not a button. This is just a link on the navigation. This is, the video's done. You can stop watching if you don't care about that. But if you look on the CVO website, see how it's a button? Let me show it to you. It's on a white background here. There it is. You see how it's a button instead of like a link? I want it to be a button. Now I know how to do that, but things will get a little tricky. First, let me open it up so I can see it work. So if I go here, if I go to design, custom CSS, and I add, so if I refer to the header, hashtag header, and then href equals, and then I'm basically referring it to by its link. I know that that is, link is that is the link. That's what I write, ACCUEIL in quotations. So header refer to by that link, open curly brackets, and then I can turn it into like, so if I do that like that, see how that is that so that kind of looks like it's working. But watch this. If I go back to a if I could probably do it here. If I go to the French page, now this is also turning orange because we're referring it to by its link. So that's not good. I don't want this to be orange. I just want this link to be orange. So what I do is on the CVO website, it's probably a roundabout way of doing it, but we're going to do it like this for this exercise. Is instead of having to refer directly to the home pages, those language switching links, we'll go to settings. I'm going to change this to a new link. So this doesn't exist. So our domain dot whatever slash français does not exist, but I'm going to save it as that. I'm going to save this as domain dom. I'm going to say that as English. This does not exist, right? Let's see what happens if I go here. So if I click français, it's going to be like, oh, it's after refresh probably. There we go. Let me refresh. Hold on. Okay. Why is it not doing that? Let's check settings, français, English. I think I just have to put it in a new tab probably. No redirect. English. So if I try that. Oh, okay, because I've already done this part before I started the recording. Okay, so what we're doing is I'm going to settings, advanced, URL mapping. So this is already here. So let me delete this to show you what it would be without this. English. Come on, work with me here. Did I save it? I might have actually kind of screwed this up because I already did this before. Let's see if I can make it break. Okay, so it's unbreakable, which is great, which is a good thing because you don't want it to break. But what's happening here essentially is I'm telling it that when someone's trying to go to domain name /français, which is what this link is, which is what we have it referred to, but that link doesn't exist. In URL mappings, I can make it go to other places like that, and I can say go to this page. And 301 makes it permanent. That's why even if after I delete it, it still stays. And I can make the English, which so like that domain, like that link does not exist. So our domain name /English does not exist. We didn't make that a page. So I can make that go to wherever I want by using URL mappings, save it, and I mean the 301 at the end makes it permanent. You can add a 302 to make it temporary, and you can learn more about that by going there. And that's why no matter what I did, I could not break it because I've already done this on this website before recording. But that's okay, great learning experience there. So for if you didn't catch that because of the confusion, you change the URL links to français /English. Those links don't exist. Then you go to settings, then you go to advanced, go to URL mappings. Then you say if someone tries to go to français, go to this. If someone tries to go to English, go to home, and add a 301 at the end, which makes it permanent. Okay. Now I can edit those links to make them look better, which is the whole point of this. So design, custom CSS, I'm gonna go here, we'll change that to français. Okay, so obviously I don't want it to be that orange, I want it to be exactly the same orange as that. And I know you can add hex codes here, and I know the hex code, so I'm just going to background color actually. Add like that. It's hashed. So mine is DF7C6D. Did I get it right? Yep, that's the same. Orange is this orange. I'm gonna fix the padding. Padding is like the space on top and between. So padding. 0.3 REM, 1.6032 REM. There we go. The first number here is the width, like the padding on the horizontally. Then this is the vertical. Oops. And then you can kind of play with this how you want. So if I make this like 0.9, look at super. There we go, like that. Obviously that's too much for me, so I'm gonna do 0.3. And I'm also gonna add a little curve to it. So if you add border radius like this, 0.4 REM. 0.4. See that's a little curve. I don't like 0.4. I want it to be like 0.8. Yeah, it's a lot better. So you probably reduce this to 0.1. Maybe 0.01. Okay, it's a lot better, I think. And then actually I'd like to 0.3. Let's go back to 0.2. So you can just play around with these numbers to make it look like how you want it to look like. REM is a unit of measurement for CSS. I think it's relative to the font size, so that it also works on mobile, sort of. Oh, one thing I also want is I don't want it to ever turn black, because even if the text is black for the other ones, I want this to always be white on orange. So I'm going to change it to color white. Oh yeah. Okay. Save, and then also do copy paste this for English. Save that when we're at the English page. Okay, it does not want to do that because I broke it. So let's refresh. Go here, refresh. Go to English page. That's nice. Go to French. Switch it to AQ. Beautiful. I got nice looking buttons that I know are language switchers on the website, which is what I wanted, which is the whole detour we took. Okay, so that's it for today, and then there'll be more videos. I think this is like a 8-part thing. We're really gonna go through everything that's on the CV website here. But for now, we got a functioning bilingual website. That's awesome, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.